Hello, welcome to Harvey Watches. As always, thank you to those who have liked and subscribed to my videos. I really appreciate it. Please keep liking the videos if you would like to see more watches. For today's episode, we are looking at a new old stock watch that is from 1999 but has never been worn. This is a 1999 Q&Q Superior Watch, reference MC10J301, which is a multifunctional watch as well as being multilingual. One of the main features of the watch is that it is said to have a 10-year battery life. When Dad bought the watch it was 20 years old, and while starting to dim a little, the watch still had the same battery in it from new. Q&Q were established in 1976 and are actually a subdivision of Citizen watches, with Q&Q standing for quality and quantity. It therefore aimed to be a reliable and quality watch for an affordable price. When new, this watch was around £25. Inside the watch is, as you would expect, a Citizen made by Miyota module. So let's take a closer look at the watch. The watch is around 37mm across, 45mm lug to lug, and around 14mm thick. The case of the watch is made of plastic and stainless steel, with the back and bracelet also being stainless steel. Interestingly, inside the case it is marked as a Japan CBM Corp case made in China. The watch has 5 buttons, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 large one on the front. The front of the watch has a fairly large display at around 25x25mm, with the outer edge of the acrylic glass finished in black and detailing the function on each button. The actual display itself is a mix of various displays and has quite a lot going on. In the top section we have a calendar showing the current month. The dark spot just above the calendar details which days are Sundays. Just below the halfway line is a dot matrix type display with an animated face and the day of the week. Whilst below this is the year, month and day, with the time shown below that. You will also notice that the display shows the word sum. This signifies that the time is set to British summertime. Moving on to the buttons, what seems strange is that in every mode, the large button on the front activates the electroluminescent light. And to be fair, actually quite lights up the screen really well in the dark, as we can see here. The watch actually has quite a lot of modes, and so to ensure this video does not go on and on and on, we will cover each mode briefly. Pressing top left button once takes the watch to a databank for storing up to 50 names and telephone numbers. As soon as you enter the mode, it details how many names and numbers are stored, and they can be cycled through using the buttons on the right hand side. It can be a slow process adding names and numbers. We have speeded it up here, although once stored the names and numbers are then searchable with all the other names stored. Pressing top left button twice brings you onto the alarms. The watch has 5 alarms that can be set independently along with the option for an hourly beep, and also an option to turn a beep on or off each time a button is pressed. What I really like about this watch is that unlike a lot of watches from this era, it has a melody alarm and not just one melody but 3 of them. For alarms 1 to 3 there is a melody alarm, although if you do not like music, alarms 4 and 5 are just basic beeping alarms. My favourite alarm is alarm 1, which if I'm not mistaken is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart Ein Klein Nachtmusik. That's what Dad says it is anyway. Then musical alarm number 2. And number 3. Then basic beeps alarms 4 and 5. Pressing the top left button thrice brings up the stopwatch. As you would expect, it has the usual functions to start and stop the stopwatch and split time, etc. But better than all that, when the stopwatch is started, you get an animation of a little dog running across the screen. Given a lot of watches have an animation of a man running, I think having a little dog is really funny. Better than the dog, when you press the top button 4 times and select a countdown timer, let's say 99 minutes. When you start the countdown timer, you appear to get something going backwards across the screen. I'm not sure if it is a little tortoise or what, not that I have seen many tortoises walk backwards. Pressing the top left hand button 5 times now brings it on to the world time display. So pressing the top right buttons, you can cycle through various countries and it gives you the time for each time zone. Can you believe there is still more? Pressing top left button 6 times now brings up a calendar, and pressing the buttons on the right of the watch you can view calendars from any month from 1999 to 2039. Finally, pressing the top left button 7 times brings us back to the main display. At the back of the watch, the cover is clamped down with 4 screws and features a little yacht detailing that the watch is water resistant to 10 bar, which is 100 metres. So there you have it. The Q&Q Superior Watch reference MC10J301 from 1999. It is nice to see watches like this, as with modern smartwatches taking over, it is easy to forget that watches have been doing much more than just telling the time for a long time. I also really enjoy the fact that it is a musical, and wonder why so many manufacturers in the 1990s just decide to go with a few beeps rather than a nice little tune. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy these videos and would like to see more watches, please hit the like key and perhaps even subscribe. You can see more of our watches at www.modestwatches.com, and you can see my website at www.harvey.com. Thank you for watching, have a great day, bye!